Good morning, Mehryn. It's Friday.
Good morning. What a big week. We've got a lot of show today.
What a huge week. I mean, I don't know if you were looking at these announcements, but we're going to go over a lot. We are in no way able to cover everything in 10 minutes. Once we started putting these slides together this week, we realized, holy cow, is this a lot? But we're actually going to kick off with the book of news, Mehryn. Now, the book of news for Ignite is lengthy, but again, book of news for all of our events contains every single piece of information that we announced.
Yeah, and actually, I've done this. I was listening to the book of news yesterday. You can actually click on listen and have it speak to you if you do it on your phone. So I caught up yesterday while I was in the car, but it takes a couple of hours, honestly, to read through all of this in detail. But all the links are for you there. Make sure you book the time to go in. We're going to give you a preview, though, of everything today. We'll do our best to cover what's going on in Teams rooms, but this was a really exciting announcement. Walk us through it.
This was an announcement, even the people in person, when a man like Satya needs to say, oh, it's okay to applause. I think a whole bunch of people didn't understand this. What is this? Now, Microsoft has data centers all over the world, Mehryn. We are building custom racks to actually accommodate a new chip that we're putting inside of our data centers. But not only that, remember, we're building data centers. We say it all the time. For Teams, we have to get to that Azure front door as quickly as we can. Why do we want to get there? Because we've laid dark fiber across the world to actually connect our data centers, which is the lowest latency that you can get in data transmission from point A to point B. Well, we just made it better, Mehryn. We acquired a company that now helps deliver a 47% improvement in network speeds across our data centers. What does that mean? We can't talk about Teams rooms without talking about Teams, and we can't talk about Teams without talking about the backbone and the data centers that these systems live on. We just got better, and we are the only platform that can actually do these kind of investments and look at it and say, holy cow, did we just make this announcement? Did everybody in the audience not understand this? Did everybody just sort of go, wow?
One of those things in the background that we don't think about and we just kind of look past, but 47% is huge, and very good job on that image there. Was that created by you? Yeah.
Yes. Satya made the call. He said, everybody's got to go get their fiberglass blowing kits because we're replacing the fiber to make it 50% higher. Also, a big thing at Ignite, Copilot. And I love this image because Copilot actually wraps around all these applications. I sort of saw this, and I think we wanted to share this with our partners because, again, Teams rooms is in this entire ecosystem. We just don't think of this. We think of your entire transition across the Microsoft ecosystem. Mehryn, I hate taking notes. I just despise it. Now I've got an AI companion that can help me.
Yeah, and I love taking notes, but oftentimes there are little sticky notes on my desk where that's not really helpful at all. But now you've got AI and Copilot as basically another person in your meetings taking notes for you, should you choose not to. But it's doing it alongside those that are actually live and in the meeting taking notes as well. So
this is why it's so important in a room to have that speaker attribution as well. Also, you talked about sticky notes. What if we could just have all our sticky notes, not on the monitor like I got them here, but actually in a whiteboard where we collaborate? You said that you saw a session this week that did a really good job of this.
It was amazing. We had over 100 people putting sticky notes onto one whiteboard at the same time. I think we were talking about ideas to make Thanksgiving more fun. And it using AI Copilot, it automatically categorized all 100 plus notes into like 6 different categories. And something like that would take you hours, most likely. And we would narrow it down to a couple minutes. So it was super fun.
Great to see. Also, another AI piece that we have, voice isolation. We've talked about this privately for a while. Now it's out there. The idea is, Mehryn, if you register your voice, it's going to know that it's Jimmy Vaughn and not listen to the crying baby in the background and bring that into the thing. We can actually trap on your voice, make sure that your voice goes into the meetings, filter out everything behind it. This is an unbelievable advantage to Microsoft Teams that will, again, help your assistant and Copilot and things like that actually in the transcription side. Also, Mehryn, you like this one. Decorate your background.
It's awesome. So it's using my real background, but potentially putting things like Christmas lights behind me. I think you see that in the image there. So look forward to that. As holidays come around, you can automatically decorate behind the scenes. It's like an amplification of virtual backgrounds, I would say.
We've talked about digital twins and the idea of a physical space and actually digital twinning that. That's what this is doing, is actually taking your physical space and just making it look a little bit cleaner and a little bit better. Also, the expansion of speaker recognition, Mehryn. Now we can actually do speaker recognition actually with some BYOD devices. We've put intelligent speaker with the ability to actually connect that to a personal device in a meeting room so that multiple people can be identified. Also, that's coming to the speaker recognition is also coming to Teams rooms as well. There's a whole bunch of stuff in regards to speaker recognition because it's an important part of the journey from your personal device to the shared space.
Yeah, I mean, Copilot. Everybody's excited about Copilot, but what happens when you go into a meeting room and you don't get to have the great benefits and features of intelligent meeting recap? So this is a huge announcement to Teams rooms. So really exciting.
And also on the idea of expand our customers saying, hey, we want more meeting rooms, a competitively priced meeting room at under $1,000, Mehryn. Not only did we introduce new partners with this, but existing partners will also be coming to market with more and more of this. This isn't for your huge boardroom that's out there. Oh, this is one room and I have to make it under $1,000. This is the idea of organizations actually going through and making sure that they can outfit more and more rooms there. So really, really happy to see that as well. Also, if we're going to expand more rooms, Mehryn, we've got to get Teams rooms deployment out there with less friction.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you're equipping 1,000 conference rooms. This is and the video does a really good job of showing you with one-time passcode. Low friction is one of the biggest requests on behalf of not only our partners, but also our customers, obviously, where if we're doing huge rollouts, we want to cut down the amount of time it takes to actually go ahead and do that. So simplification through Autopilot.
Yeah, Autopilot is the process that people do with PCs themselves. You know, an organization doesn't look and say, hey, Mehryn needs a new PC. All right, let me get that from the factory. Let me put Windows on it. Let me do this. They actually use Autopilot to go out and deploy all their PCs. That's coming to Teams rooms. Like you said as well, the one-time passcodes. No longer will an organization be required to give you a username and password for your device. The one-time passcode is the idea that an administrator will set up the device in the cloud. That one-time passcode allows the device to go out, grab its configuration, and then come out. Also, we're talking about Teams rooms management and the ability to actually see the console of Teams rooms remotely. You know, some OEMs have this already. Some smart people, in previous roles may have actually thought about this, but this is coming to every single OEM now, Mehryn, and this is a great time saver for IT spaces.
Love to see that we're able to offer our partners a lot of tools. And then low friction management, this one thing, you pointed this out to me. A lot of people did not catch this, but the ability to see ROI even down to the device level, I think that's huge for those that are thinking about the return on investment for setting up these rooms, especially when it comes to BYOD. I'm really excited for the Pro Management Portal for everybody to see what's new in here. Yeah.
Customers don't do this. They don't look at, okay, this is what we're going to put in. What did we get out of this? Microsoft is going to calculate all of these using the reports that we have and the insights. And it's not only Teams rooms that we're going to report it on. The announcement of BYOD gives organizations the ability to say, hey, look at this room. It's being used an unbelievable amount of times. Isn't that worthy of putting a Teams room in? Also, ultrasonic detection to help that Bluetooth low energy. Mehryn, that's an exploding speaker because what it's actually doing is ultrasonic is a frequency that people's hearings generally cannot hear. We're going to improve the ability to actually know what room you're in using ultrasonic in addition with Bluetooth. It will make it much more bulletproof for people when they walk into rooms and want to do things like proximity join and everything else. Also, Town Hall. Mehryn, we just made the announcement about Teams live events on Teams rooms. Town Hall will be coming as well.
Very exciting. There's some new capabilities with Town Hall, so make sure you go through and click the link. I think it's an improvement over what we have with Teams live events. So
yeah, we still have a lot. Even Surface Hub. Surface Hub, the first and only one currently that can do the 4K device support for Microsoft Teams rooms. Obviously, we announced earlier, Surface Hub will be joining the Microsoft Teams room software family now with the 4K device support. It's great to see. We've talked about it, but now we've actually got a device, which means more devices will be coming as well. Also, Mehryn, Front Row is actually going to get a little bit of an upgrade on the side. Think about if you've got dual screens. What you used to see was content on one screen, and then you saw that black box. We're actually going to be able to actually put an active speaker in that black box now. We're going to be able to do things. So we're optimizing even the layouts that are some of the most popular that we have. We're updating and making sure that those are in there. Also, we're going to show more people inside of the room, Mehryn, cloud and teleframe and all of that. This is an incredible advancement.
Yeah, I was going to say from the layout point of view, I mean, we're showing a couple here, but there's actually a whole lot more coming too. And you're able to actually see that at the desktop or at the control spot in the room to be able to navigate that. So we're giving you a lot more flexibility with regards to layouts and what you can and can't see. I think we got a lot of feedback that's direct user feedback on Front Row. If you're not sharing content, to be able to feature the speaker, that came directly from our customers. So we're improving as we go.
Absolutely. And we don't stop on Windows. We go to Android as well. Android will be getting watermarking, sensitivity labels, and a whole bunch of other things. The console calendar will enable you to see further into the future, and enhanced control over meeting layouts will also be on Teams Rooms on Android. Now, this is an unbelievable thing. We talk about Teams Rooms on Android, but Android has so many more devices than just Teams Rooms. Now we're actually going to be able to show shared spaces, invitations, and bookable desks. Also, when people plug in, we'll be able to actually show some of those shared spaces in the Microsoft Teams Pro Management Portal. So when a PC plugs in, we'll be able to do that. Also, collect utilization for those rooms and automatically book those desks with or without a reservation, and share location status. Status and presence, you said in the keynote, it's one of the important things. Am I in the office? Am I out of the office? And helping organizations understand their employees' uses is a huge part of what we're doing.
And it's all in the management portal, right? There's so many more devices.
Management portal. This is an incredible amount of information. We're already at 12 minutes, and we still got more slides to go. Reserve a space with the QR code on the Teams Room panel. We talk about how the Teams Room panel sits outside of the room, but the Teams Room panel with Logitech is now inside on a desk as well. Being able to walk up and use that QR code is an important part of your journey. And this was another announcement that I think is going to resonate really, really well. We're looking at spaces and we're looking and saying, hey, the BYOD, or bring your own device. That's where you bring a PC into the conference room and you use your PC to drive the meeting. We always say Teams rooms are the best experience, bar none. But we know customers have been looking at these rooms and not collecting data on them. We're going to help you collect data on these rooms now and understand how they're used and understand, hey, this might be a perfect opportunity to go to a Teams room, because look at how many people are using this. Look at how many people are inside of this room. We can get much more information out of a Teams room system as well.
Really exciting.
All right, so with all of that, will you be attending the boot camp, Mehryn? Because there's a boot camp coming up.
I will be kicking off the boot camp. We just dumped everything on you in 10 minutes. This is where you'll get the 4-hour-long version where we're going to go into great detail on all the wonderful things we just announced. It's our sales badge too. So we're going to be refreshing our sales badge, and you can only really pass that test if you attend this boot camp. So make sure you sign up.
Yeah, we've been doing some stuff. Michelle and I have been in the background doing a whole bunch of stuff. We're actually excited about the storytelling of the sales bootcamp, because we're going to be able to enable our partners and even enable our customers with why all these features are important. You and I cover this in 10 minutes. We get it. There's a lot out there to sort of go on. Also, our friend Michelle, we spoke about him, will be speaking at the ESPC over in Amsterdam, November 27th to the 30th. Jeff Teeper will be there as well. There's a lot of Microsoft representation. Make sure if you're in the Amsterdam area or the EU that you're looking at some of these opportunities to go out and learn, because we've got a lot. With that, Mehryn, there's a lot here.
There's a lot of brands. If you think about what we've done this week, we've expanded to BYOD, we've got low-cost MPR. The amount of solutions that we have within the Teams platform is significant. It's just a thank you to all these wonderful hardware device partners that we work with. What a wonderful amount of solutions we can offer. So thank you to all of you for all the innovation that we brought here.
Yeah, thank you to everybody for the support. Thank you to everybody for watching. We went 15 minutes. We cut a significant amount of the announcements out of this. We did not have time to get to everything, but I'm hopeful that over the weeks, we'll actually share more. Come back, share selling Teams rooms with your friends. We'll be going over more and more, but as these start to release, again, we will let you know. Mehryn, have a good weekend. Everybody out there, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.